My name is Dania and I will talk about the cultural difference between the coast, sierra, and jungle regions. The physical territory of Peru is traditionally divided into three geographical regions: the coast or costa desert, the sierra, and jungle or Amazon regions. To these continental geographical regions are these the Peruvian Sea or Grau Sea.
The division of the three regions has a long tradition dating back to the Spanish colonial era. This traditional or longitudinal division has a geographic correspondence related to climate and biodiversity, as can be seen in any satellite photo of Peru. Since the coastal region has a correspondence with the coastal desert of Peru, of subtropical desert climate and which in turn form part of the desert of the South America Pacific. The Sierra constitutes the central part of the Andes mountain range and has mountain and high mountain climate. And the jungle with its lush vegetation is part of the Amazon with warm and rainy tropical climate. The coast of Peru, a country located in the west of South America, covers a narrow by long territory, 2250 kilometers, facing the Pacific Ocean. It begins in Boca de Capones in the town of Tumbes and reaches the border with La Concordia, Chile. The altitude of the Peruvian coast or chala is about 500 meters above sea level, having a weight that varies between 40 and 170 kilometers. It was valleys where agriculture developed pampas, tablazos, depression, and cliff in this relief. The climate of this territory predominantly arid, although technically it has two types of climate: semi-tropical and subtropical. In winter, the garua produced by the jungle currents darken the land space. This same current prevents sea weather from getting too hot all year round. In addition, it all makes up one of the most important parts of the gastronomic culture of our country. That is why we want to emphasize the regions of Peru and thus publicize the importance of these indigenous products and these typical dishes of the Peruvian coast. As typical dishes, we have dry soup, lomo saltado, ceviche, carapulcra, chicken chili, rice with chicken, and as a typical dessert, we have picarones, mazamorra morada, rice with meal, nugget, lemon fruit, suspira limeña, among others. The coast dance is lively and is usually danced in pairs. Among them stand out the landau, the zamacueca. This dance is characterized by accentuating the movements of the pelvis in a kind of erotic dance that takes place in the middle of a great party. We also have the marinera limeña. To perform this type of dance is used a more formal, wardrobe, and as instrument use the guitar, water, and palms. But in recent time has incorporated with instruments that have a touch of popular bands. Other typical dance are the festejo, alcatraz, tondero, and the vals criollo. It is the mountainous region of Peru. The Andes mountain range dominated its land space and has several ecoregions in its different altitude level. The northern Andes are lower and wetter, while the central Andes are the highest and steepest, and it is here that the highest peaks in the country is located. The snowy Huascarán with 6,768 meters above sea level. The mountains have two seasons, summer, April to October, with sunny days, cool nights, and little rain. The ideal time to visit and winter, November to March, with abundant rains. During the day, the sun can warm up to 24 degrees centigrade, and at night the temperature can go down to 3 degrees centigrade. In the towns and city of the Indian Mountains of Peru, unique dishes are prepared that diverse as a special gastronomy tour for the their delicious and excitements. Among them, we have the pachamanca, one of the most emblematic dishes of the Peruvian mountains cuisine. The cuy chactado. The cuy is the most popular food in the Peruvian mountains range, and its flavor closely resembles that of the rabbit, brown the laugh, chambers, among others. Folklore in the art of the dance of the Peruvian highlands has and may characterize the color of their typical costume, joy and ancestral cults. The typical dance of the Peruvian highlands take place throughout the years in each celebration, but mainly in the patrol festival of religious or carnival nature. The most representative are the Huayno. Is danced cheerfully with skirt and scarves to the rhythm of sad leather and allegories to a loud laugh. It is performed with musical instruments such as the harp, which is considered the main of this music native to the highland of Peru. And then Diablada. This dance originating from the region of the Altiplano developed in the department of Puno, which represent the eternal struggle between good and evil. Its costumes are very luxurious, and it has gold embroidered silvers and rhinestones where the caporales stand or with costume that went up to 30 kilos. Located off the east, it is a vast flat regions covered by vegetation in the basin of the Amazon rivers, which is born from the unions of the Marañón and Ucayali rivers. It is the larger regions of Peru. It is formed by the high forests or mountains ice brown above 700 meters, characterized by cloud forests and low forests below 700 meters. The month of November to March are the abundant rains, and between April and October there are fine rains, ideal time to travel, but the humidity is very high throughout the years. Occasionally between the months of May and August there are occasionally cold or surazos, cold from the southern end of the continent, in which the temperature usually drops to 8 and 12 degrees centigrade. It is characterized by having a special flavor and an infinity variety that can be enjoyed in every corner of the country. Such is the case of Amazonian cuisine, considered one of the most exquisite in the world for the indisputable use of its ingredients, flavors, and textures, elements that stimulated the senses and awaken parallel sensations. As a typical dish, we have Juane, a dish native to Moyobamba that resembles a very large tamal made with rice, chicken or chicken and egg. And the tacacho with cecina, emblematic dish of the Peruvian jungle, consists of green banana, fried or roasted, which is crushed and mixed with lard and the ideal patarashka for fish lovers, a delicious river fish seasoned with spice typical of the Peruvian jungle, wrapped in a leaf and roasted in charcoal. The typical dance of the Peruvian jungle are characterized mostly by war dance or local rituals. These are executed by men and women based on their custom and belief, using varied clothing with a small garment in some cases. Not all dances are of youthful rhythms, some are of a ritual nature as the ayahuasca, that is imperated by the word of the healers or shaman of the Amazon. Another typical dance is the dance of the boa, that is appreciated in the department of Ucayali. Its main attraction is the boa, to whom they pay homage to avoid curses of misfortune is their crops and the Chipibo pride dance. The dance has its origin in the dispute of territory between two ethnic groups, the native Yawus, who lived off the bank of the Amazon River and in their inheritance for territorial grounds, wanted to conquer the bank of the Ucayali rivers, an area that was already inhabited by the Chipibos. After the confrontation, the Chipibos managed to emerge victorious in the fight, making respect for their honor and their lands.
Thanks. Bye.